our next item, navigate to the folder again, desktop, chapter 4. It's going to be 4/3. We open that up. I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, this right here is an image that has the other image. The background was removed for us. That's nice, but it's not a realistic representation of the kinds of images that you're going to be playing around with. This right here, if I was to use the same technique as the previous video, use the rectangular marquee, select the entire image, copy, and then paste, you're going to wind up grabbing everything within that image, which means the background is also included. So we're going to use a different tool to separate the background. I'm going to select and deselect. One of the first tools you'll be playing around with is the MagnetLasso. It's a set, or it's part of the lasso set here. So we press and hold, we have lasso, polygon lasso, and magnetic lasso. So I'm going to click on magnetic lasso there. And you see the same options that are there. We have add, we have regular selection, add to selection, and subtract. Okay, so all we have to do with this lasso tool is find a point to start. We're going to trace along the edge of the object and select the entire piece. So click to start a point and then move the mouse cursor over the edge of the object you wish to select. You may want to, well, at certain points in time, you may find yourself helping the tool by clicking and setting points, as you can see right there. It does a good job at tracing, but you can also assist the tool by clicking on the areas that you wish to keep. Okay, I'm going to make a pretty rough selection here so that I can show you later on how you can use the add and subtract when it comes to fine-tuning your selection. Now you can either double click when you get towards the end of the selected area, or you can roll your cursor right over the first point that you set. You see that little circle that appears? That indicates the path is ready to be closed. So I click there, and now my selection has been made. But as you can see right here, I have a few pieces that are off. So I'm going to use the zoom in to this point right here. If this grid line is getting in the way, personally it bothers me, so I go to view and go to extras and turn them off for now. Oops, view extras. Oh, never mind that. I guess we need to keep the extras on in order to see our selection. So anyways, I go over here and select add to selection. Click at the point where I wish to start copying or selecting this little piece right here. And then all you have to do is make a complete path around that object you see, and then it will add to that portion. Remember, if you hold a space bar while you're working with a tool, or while you're working very, very close to the image that you're editing, you can always hold the space bar, which will activate the hand tool. So anyways, I have this part I can work with too. So I click here, drag up, select this point here, select that point there, go down the rest of the way and follow the path all the way around until I've nabbed everything that I need. Except for that part, you know, I probably don't need that, so I'm going to subtract from selection and draw around that piece right there. There we go. So you can use the add or subtract at any point in time. If I felt like I needed to eliminate that portion, I could use the subtract. If I need to add to this portion, I could use add. So you're not going to make there's a good deal of the time that your selected piece isn't going to be perfect. So you'll have to just observe what you're selecting and determine for yourself how to go about editing this piece, whether you need to add more to that selection or subtract. Either way, I'm going to go to edit and copy, and then go to my document and paste. So if we take a close look at it, looks pretty good. There is some residue around the edge, but we'll talk about editing that in the next video.